What's up, guys? It's Brantzen. We are back at the Gardens playing 5-5. My friend Scott actually drove me here, so that was really nice. Tonight we are gonna play 5-5 and wish me luck.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is that I just don't like tilt, you know? Alright, we got the flush. Okay, he's got a set of eights. We got him. Hold.
Tell him he's got a lot of class, and it's all low.
Scott and I were grabbing food and he said he wanted to watch me at work, so here I am at the Gardens. Scott wanted to have a little skin in the game, so he staked me $100, and it's my first time playing with anyone else's money. Here we go, our friendship is on the line. Playing 5-5, I start with $500, and this hand kicks off with a straddle, the cutoff limps, and I look down at pocket threes on the button. I raise to $40, the small blind calls, the straddle calls, and the cutoff folds. 3 ways to a flop that comes ace, deuce, 7 with 2 diamonds, and they both check to me. After raising pre-flop, I should have an ace a good chunk of the time, so I throw in a c-bet of $60. This is a pretty dry board, so they'll most likely only call me with an ace. They both fold, and I take it down. I swap seats to get a better camera angle, and in this one, I have 6s under the gun plus 1, and I open to $20. The hijack, cutoff, button, and small blind call, and the flop comes 8, 6, king, rainbow, bottom set, here we go. Somebody's gotta have a king here, so when the small blind checks, I continue for $60. Only the button calls, and the turn comes the queen of spades completing the rainbow. The button only has $205 left in his stack, so I debate what to do. If there are more draws on this board, like a flush draw, I would probably just go all in here. But I'm not scared of anything, and I definitely don't want him to fold if he has a king. I feel like if I split this into 2 bets, he has too good of a price, and I'll get all of his money by the river. I bet $95 and he calls. The river is a jack and I go all in for $110 effective. He thinks, then folds. Do you guys think he folded a king here on the river, or what do you guys think he had? I'm feeling a little hungry, so I pick up an order of the McJiggities. Only 400 calories, but these bad boys can definitely make you feel sick to your stomach. I opened to $20 under the gun, and the plus 1, Lojack, hijack, and cutoff call. The flop comes jack, 5-2, with 2 hearts, and I decide to lead out for $70. The Lojack calls, then the cutoff goes all in for $90. I only wish he had more so I could re-raise it, but I call and the Lojack calls. The turn is the ace of hearts. This is terrible. Since I have pocket jacks, there's only 1 jack left in the deck, so most likely at least one of them has the flush. I check, and the Lojack bets $70. It's such a small bet, I have to call, and the river comes a 3. I'm looking at the Lojack stack. He only has $170 left, so if I check and he goes all in with the flush, I'll end up hating life but calling. Instead of checking, I choose to bet $100. If he has a small flush, he might end up just calling and I can save $70. Or if he has a jack, like Jack Queen, Jack King, or Jack Ace, he's getting a good price to call and I may end up getting an extra $100. Well, he goes all in for $70 more and I just don't have it in me to give up for $70 more at this point. He shows Jack King of Hearts for the nuts, and the cutoff has pocket 5s for a set. Oh boy, the McJiggity's not feeling too good right now. After that, the guy who lost with 5s pulls out some loose bills from his pocket to rebuy and ends up shoving under the gun for $45. I'm on the cutoff with ace deuce suited. It seems like a good enough hand to call a man on full life tilt. Everyone else folds, he shows Jack Queen offsuit, and the runout comes 10, 4, 3, 3, 7. We win with ace high. Next up, I have ace king suited under the gun plus 1, super premium, and I open to $20. The hijack 3 bets to $60, and it's back to me. So far, I haven't seen this player 3-bet, and I've seen him flat some good hands like ace-queen after a late position open. In this situation, I think I would normally put in the 4-bet, but I decide to just call against this player, and the flop comes 9-9-7. I check, and he checks back. I think most overpairs will bet here, so now my spidey sense is tingling that there's a good chance we have the same hand. The turn comes a 6, which shouldn't really change anything, and I check. Now he bets $100, and this smells fishy to me. I feel like he's making a move, possibly with ace-king himself, because he just doesn't know what to do. I decide to make a move of my own, put him to the test, and I raise to $225. Yeah, then he snap all-ins for $450. I fold, and he shows pocket 7s for a flopped boat. Oops. Later he told me he just felt like going for it that hand for some reason. So yeah, just 4-bet your ace-king, folks. Just 4-bet it. I add on $200 and pick up ace-queen in the Lojack. I make a standard open to $20, the button, small blind, and big blind call. The flop comes queen 9-7 rainbow. I flop top pair top kicker, so when it checks to me, I bet $40, a little more than half pot. The button calls, the small blind calls, and then the big blind raises to $150. Oh man, are you freaking kidding me? On a rainbow board, is he really raising 3 other people with anything less than 2 pair? I fold, everyone else folds, and I tell him to show his set. Turns out, he had 7s. Let's turn this around. The hijack opens to $20, and they say deuces never loses, so I make an easy call from the big blind. The flop comes 10-10-3, and all things considered, this is a good flop for 2s. He most likely didn't hit this board, and I'm ahead. I check, and he makes a c-bet of $20. Easy call, and the turn comes a 3. Great. Now my 2-pair is worthless as there's a higher 2-pair on the board. I check as I would do with all my holdings, and he checks back. The river comes a 6, and I'm literally sitting with the worst possible hand in the deck. However, after checking the turn, I'm pretty sure he has nothing, and so I bet $60. This is exactly how I would have played it if I had a full house, or probably even a pocket pair. He calls, I proudly say, I got the nut low, and he wins with ace high. The next one, I end up making a 3-bet with 10-jack suited, get called by 3 people, and fold on the flop when I brick. It feels like nothing I do works out until I pick up ace-jack off in the cutoff. I open to $20, the button, small blind, and big blind call. The flop comes ace-9-5 rainbow, here we go, so when it checks to me, I bet $30. The button folds, but the small blind and big blind call. Since it's such a dry board, I'm thinking they have a weaker ace, a 9, or maybe a 5. The turn comes another 9, and they check to me. Great. This is probably the worst turn card in the deck, as any 9 now wins. I check back, and the river is a queen. Now I chop with any worse ace. The small blind bets small, $60, the big blind folds. I tank, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty frustrated at this point.
You got the 9. You got the 9 over chopping.
He flips over a 9. I forgot to write down his other cards. Sorry guys, but after that, I wasn't in the best mindset to take notes. I packed up my chips and called it a night. All right guys, so my buddy Scott, he sweated me for $100, and I did not do so well. I got pretty cooked. Yeah, I had some really good cards, and they always had better. So I guess that's poker, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.